Today on Ballistic BBQ, I'm going to be making birria tacos using Birria Bombs on the LSG El Paton. Let's get going. About a week ago, I received an email from a viewer named Mike. Mike requested, or basically said he wanted to see what I could do with Birria Bombs. I've never even heard of a Birria Bomb. So I looked them up, and they're all over Amazon. They're different brands. And basically what it is, it's a ball of seasoning. I'll show you what it looks like. And it's packed with all of the ingredients for making birria. There it is. That's a Birria Bomb right there. Smells good. So Mike more or less said he wanted to see what I could do with them. So this is my plan, Mike. For this video on this channel, I am going to be making birria tacos. I'm just really excited to see how it works out. And then on my burger channel, I'm going to be making a burger with a birria spin on it using the consomme that I just made. If you want to see that, it's on the burger channel. But anyway, so yeah, there's several brands of these. I bought this on Amazon, and this is the Easy Bombs. And one thing I noticed about this brand, they also had tikka, a bunch of different other, brines and everything that are bombs like this. They're all right in the range of $12, and there's two bombs in here, the various brands. They vary from around $12 on up to about $20 for, again, the various brands. Most of them had two of these bombs in them. As far as the ingredients on this, it has ingredients you would likely see if you were making homemade birria. One thing I do want to point out is that it lists chicken bouillon and also beef bouillon in here. Then it breaks down the ingredients in the bouillons. And for those of you who want to stay away from MSG, there is MSG in here. Personally, I don't have a problem with it. I know there are some people that have a reaction to MSG, but MSG it's basically a derivative. It's made from seaweed, so it doesn't affect me. I don't have a problem with it. Anyway, let me show you what I did. I made this. There's a couple ways on the instructions that you can make this. Make it in a pressure cooker. You can make it in a pot, or you can do it in a slow cooker. And I really don't use slow cookers a lot, so I thought, yeah, I'm going to do that. So I put this in there on low. Well, here's what I did. In the crock pot, I'm adding 4 pounds of chopped roast, 4 cups of water, and 1 birria bomb. I shouldn't have done that. So this is a slow cooker for now. I'm just putting this in my refrigerator, but right before I go to bed tonight, this is going on low. So when I wake up in the morning, the smell of birria will be in the air. And now here we are, a little over 8 hours later. I shredded the meat once it was done, and it's very, very tender. And I have to tell you, this smells amazing, and it tastes really good too. This consomme just tastes really, really, really good. So it was easy, very easy. So that's a plus. So as I said, we're doing this on El Paton. I have the El Paton all set up. We're using the plancha from LSG, so the flat top, and we are going to be making birria tacos right now. So I have El Paton set up for direct grilling, plancha in place, lump charcoal beneath, lay down some beef tallow. This thing is so versatile. I'm gonna get my tortillas ready. I'm just gonna dip them in the birria, the consomme here. And these are corn tortillas. Here's some Oaxaca cheese. This is freshly grated Oaxaca cheese, and this cheese is amazing. Some of that birria meat down. It's that chuck that was in the stewing in that broth for 8 hours. Just with some red onion and some cilantro. And I like a little salsa. This is a pretty spicy roasted jalapeno salsa. Give these a flip. All right, let's eat. And here we are, and I have to say, these look pretty impressive. Smells so good. Dip it in the consomme there. Of course, I have a little beef in here, so it's a stew. Very hot. Right, I mean, by hot I mean temperature-wise. I mean, it's literally right off that plancha. You can see, you know, I flipped it. I let that cheese get nice and toasty so it, you know, it would flip good. And you can see there's still a lot of nice white melted Oaxaca cheese in there. This is really, really, really good. That is just chuck, so tender. This is good. I mean, this tastes as good as any of the birria that I've had at taco shops. The one exception is, I think I'm putting a little bit more meat than they do there. You know, this is more generous as far as the meat portion's concerned. It's good. Nice crispy tortilla. Corn tortillas. It's really good. This broth, it brings on the spice, but it's not too hot. I like, you know, I used red onion in this particular cook instead of, you know, regular like Spanish onions or white onion. And I like that. It gives just a little bit more of a bite, you know, the oniony bite. I have nothing negative to say about this cook at all. I think during the cook I mentioned that El Paton was the most versatile cooker that I own. And that just sort of spontaneously came out of my mouth. But this morning, you know, when I was setting up everything and wheeling El Paton over here, I was reflecting on this cooker. And I've had a lot of emails asking about El Paton, asking me to compare it to other cookers. And without a doubt, I can say this is the most versatile cooker of every cooker I have out here. It can do so much in it. The nice thing is you get a lot of cookers that can do a lot, but they don't do anything really great. They're just, you know, good at doing everything or a lot of things. This thing does really, really good at everything it does. I mean, whether I'm going low and slow or doing like a direct heat smoke, grilling, flat top cooking, you know, the plancha has a rotisserie. It just does everything good. I haven't cooked a pizza on it, but I have cooked steaks using, you know, the pizza stone in there. So I'm sure I need to do a pizza video is what I need to do on this. But I can say that everything that I have done on this cooker, I've been very, very impressed on how it does it. So, wow. Anyway, getting back to the reason I'm here is the bombs, those Birria Bombs, yeah, I would use those again for sure. Like I said, the price is fairly reasonable when if you measure what is your time worth. You know, I didn't have to get out a bunch of spices out of the cupboard and, you know, measure everything out. It's just one and done. I mean, you can pretty much do this as a last minute thought. Yeah, let's just make some birria and toss a ball in there and you're good to go. So yeah, I haven't tried any of the other brands, but I can say that this brand, what is it, Easy Bomb, I think? Yeah, Easy Bombs. It's a good brand. I would recommend it. And like I said, they had other things like tikka for chicken, you know, making like chicken tikka. They had brines and a couple other bombs. But yeah, I think it's pretty good. Like I said, the price varies. I paid 15 bucks for this brand, but I also saw this brand for 20 bucks. So be on the lookout if you're planning on buying any of these products. You know you have to scroll around to get the best deal. But anyway, Mike, thanks for the request. This was cool, man. Like I said, I'm going to keep these in the cupboard. Anyway, like I mentioned earlier, I'm doing a birria burger on the other channel. So if you want to check that out, I'll have the video linked. Other than that, keep the requests coming in, please. If you like the video, give it a thumbs up, leave a comment. Talk to you on the next video. Cheers.